For you in a few moments, but let's go live to Tshwane, where the Department of Employment and Labour has just finished its briefing on recent inspections across the country. More than 2,500 establishments have been raided over 4 days. Officials have imposed penalties worth more than 10 million rand. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala joins us live from there with those details. Nqobile, good morning. Firstly, take us through the numbers. What's the Labour Department actually done?
Well, at the moment, we understand that the Labour was in various provinces, which we understand they then had some of the inspections. And part of those inspections, if you look at the numbers, were mostly in Gauteng, with other provinces also leading behind. But of course, I do have the Minister that is going to give us those direct numbers, Stephen. Minister, if you could just give us an idea in terms of those numbers. Where were you in terms of inspections?
Good morning to you and your viewers at home. I will just focus on the high numbers, the provinces that did very well, which is the Western Cape at more than 800, 809, followed by Gauteng at more than 700 and KZN at more than 560. So we went across the country to all provinces, but where we did very well is in those three provinces. And we're just looking across sectors and also across all our labour laws in terms of compliance.
And when you talk about those provinces, of course, these inspections saw people being arrested. They also saw some monies that were collected. Could you perhaps give us a breakdown in terms of how much you collected and in terms of how many people were arrested and so on?
Of the total of close to 2,900 inspections that we did just in a week, the 17th to the 20th of September, where we're focusing on high-impact, massive inspection and enforcement, about 81 foreign nationals were arrested, and also employees that were in breach of our laws. They were also referred to the police station, and we managed through what we normally do of issuing orders for them to pay those monies, in particular those where they are found to have underpaid the salaries of employees. So we're able to collect for the employees an amount more than 10 million rand, which was repaid by the workers who were non-compliant, in particular in terms of the minimum wage and also general salaries of the employees.
And with these employers, because of course you find them to not comply, what is going to happen to them next? Because yes, they can pay penalties, but what stops them from flouting again?
Yeah, we issue the contravention orders. We issue a prohibition orders or notices, contravention notices for those who have contravened the law, and we also issue a prohibition orders for those who don't comply in terms of many other laws, in particular the Occupational Health and Safety Act, in terms of the Compensation of Occupational Injuries and Diseases Act. There are areas where then we penalize them, they pay fines, but if then they continue to do that, we take them to court. So we have an issue with them because it's not enough for them to pay and not comply, pay and not comply. So it can't be perpetual. So we've got a right also to take them to court so that they answer for themselves.
And you speaking about flouting, of course there's UIF as well, which has not been paid by most of these establishments, which we have seen. What happens to them then? Do you collect that money back, or it just stays like that?
Yeah, there are others who were even disputing the fact that they were found not to be compliant. But what is most interesting is that they were disputing that in public. They were rectifying it on the side because they pay. We make them pay, those who have not paid, because if then you are registered as an employer, we have declared, and you are deducting monies from the employees, you are expected to also pay. So there are instances where they are made to pay and pay retrospectively to deal with those issues, because the date you started to register and to declare the employees that you've employed, then that employee has a right also to be covered in terms of UIF, because there's monies that get deducted. Because remember, the employer pays 1% and the employee pays 1% towards the unemployment insurance fund.
And lastly, Minister, I think the major questions here, we have seen these raids. It's a good thing that we see raids, but why has it taken so long to get here, to do these raids and to see compliance and people being held accountable?
I don't think it has taken long. It's been happening. But I think we are just increasing the pace of doing it. Hence, you said it is our own observation that people don't know what is expected of them, be it the businesses and also the workers themselves, their rights. Hence, we have this Operation Yazini so that people can be empowered, educated, and we appreciate that they are coming forward now. They are using social media and all other platforms to report these incidences. Otherwise, as you heard earlier on when IG was responding to yourselves, that we did not start now. We've been doing the work, but it's just that we've heightened now the pace and the visibility in terms of the work that we're doing. And thanks to you, because also you are part of ensuring that people see us. If we work with you as our friends, reliable friends as the media, will be able to be seen the work that we're doing, sometimes behind closed doors.
Thank you very much, Minister, for giving us that details. Well, details on that briefing, as you can hear, more is expected to be undertaken, as we understand that you are increasing the number of inspectors as well to ensure that there's more accountability in terms of these establishments and that they are not flouting the law.
Nqobile Madlala, thank you very much indeed for that live update.